not ever to see heaven. I'm gonna lead you to a farther shore. Every story has more than one side.
Everyone has secrets to hide.
Liar.
Never.
Roles that we play. Black and white, fade, nothing but gray. Would you like to hear a story? Would you like to know the truth? Would you like to meet the demons that men encounter in their youth? We'd whisper of the devil, all the stories we could tell. So many times you find a road with the best intentions. We'll take you straight to hell.
John? Am I boring you?
No, sorry. Just got lost in the music is all. I don't get to hear it much these days. Except when the other inmates are singing their off-key hymns on Sunday mornings.
Yes, I'm sure it's a pleasant change. Where were we?
Think you were telling me why you want to write a story about me.
Well, not about you necessarily. My father was a police officer at the time of the incident. So I grew up hearing this incredible story, but I noticed that over the years, a lot of the details changed.
As they often do.
Indeed. What I'm looking for is the truth. What happened? Why it happened?
What happened? Whatever version you heard, sweetheart. I'm sure the facts are all there. And the facts are that I killed. A lot of people died because of me.
I know this must be difficult for you,
I
John,
think about it every day, Miss Dantes. Every day for the last 30 years. Every day since they threw me in here and forgot about me.
I want to remind them you're here. That what happened was real and not just some legend. Help me set the record straight.
Lucky for you, I got a habit of not being able to turn down a lady when she says she needs my help. Hope you got a lot of time, because this story, like all others worth telling, it's worth telling right. Worth its weight in gold. And it starts, like all the others, with a dame. And not just any dame. A real woman.
I'm ready.
It all went to hell because I tried to be somebody's hero. You wanna know how it all fell apart. You wanna know how I shattered my heart and my mind. Well, just ask and you'll find out the tale. There's no alibi proving my morality sound, and I filled up a share of hell's burial ground. If you still want to know, well then follow me down and see how that hell on earth happened to me. Welcome to Sevens, the only place for minds that can feed the corruption of your soul.
Booze, gambling, women, whatever sin was your pleasure, sevens was your place.
Go to heaven for the climate, but choose sevens for the company.
Yeah!
All the devilry and all the revelry are already hell is empty. Better to rule down below, they say. I'd rather gather a sevens any day. Leave the path with bad intentions, that's heaven for the company.
And if you wanna try your luck, come on in and try your luck. And if you wanna mess around, take those 7 steps on down, enjoy the paradise you found. Well, it's a heart of a mean town. A man will stand up by and watch his neighbor drown. Or if you're feeling deprived, wanna get out of line, you gotta fight to survive. And it's a cold and a cruel life, a boring job and a broken, bitter wife. All the same day to day, same old damn bills to pay, I gotta get me away.
My best friend Sam, he was about as stand-up as a detective got in this place. We grew up together, us and my sister B. He even married her a few years back.
One of these days I'm gonna get you figured out. If you keep winning like that, you ain't gonna have anyone left to play with.
What can I say? I just got the devil's luck, I guess.
Yeah, right. Even the devil wouldn't bet against you, Sam.
I wasn't too fond of him spending his nights there, with them and her.
And if you're looking for beautiful, bountiful, buxom, and breezy,
Come in for the sin and the gin and breezy, and know that the show is gonna be worth what you pay. When you go down to sevens,
every side is the same line. Do what you're told and it all will work out fine. But if you open your eyes, you can see that there lies under a lovely disguise.
So if you're looking for beautiful, bountiful, buxom, and breezy,
come in for the sin and the gin and be easy, and know the show is gonna be worth what you pay. When you go down to sevens way.
Go to heaven for the climate, but choose sevens for the company. All the devilry and all the revelry are here already. Hell is empty. Better to rule down below, they say. I'd rather gather at sevens any day. Pave the path with bad intentions, and it's heaven for the combo. Better to rule down below, they say. I'd rather gather at sevens any day. Pave the path with bad intentions, and it's heaven for the company.
So there I was, fresh off my first day at the firehouse. It was the life I'd always wanted to have. And there was a statewide drought, so it seemed I got in town just in time. Back then, firemen were the only public servants servicing the public, instead of just finding new ways to line their own pockets. Of course, even they had their days.
Sam! Damn it, Sammy. Do you know what time it is? What are you fussing about, Jack? Of course I know what time it is. Then you know B expected you home 2 hours ago. I was just over there on my way home, had to tell her you must have been working a late case. Why you make me lie to my sister? I ain't asking you to lie, Jack. Besides, I am working a case. It's off books. Sure don't look that way to me, Sam. Come on. Time to get home to your wife.
Aw, come on, Jackie boy. Live a little. No need to go running off before the big show.
I'm sorry, miss.
No sorries unless you mean it, sweetie. Trust me. You're gonna put your eyes on that stage.
No, really. We gotta go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce the star of our stage, the voice that puts all heaven's angels to shame, the first and only real woman.
When that curtain opened, it wasn't enough for me to put my eyes to that stage. I wanted to take them out and leave them there. To call her the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen would She's saying I knew what beautiful was before that moment. And then she sang.
Beautiful, isn't it? Why don't you stick around a while?
She had the kind of voice that captured a man's soul. Kind you'd always remember, even as an old man.
What is she saying?
Let the good times roll.
Let's have fun. Well, we're young.
Let the
We'll repent when we're done.
Jack, no. I know that look, and you can forget it. That ain't the type of name that you want to go chasing. Does the name Jules Gold mean anything to you? Because it does to everyone else around here, and that is the boss's side order. So wipe that look off your face and go grab yourself a drink.
J'adore la mélodie. J'adore l'harmonie.
All right, son, what can I get you?
Her.
Sorry, son. I can only get you what comes in a bottle.
I've never seen a dame like that before. Who is she?
Why don't you ask her yourself? She'll be heading out back for a cigarette after this song. She always does.
Thank you, miss.
Not from around here, are you?
That's right. I just moved here about a week ago.
It shows. You must be the new fireman. Tell you what. First drinks on the house.
On the house?
Think of it like courage in a glass.
Yeah. Courage ain't something I need more of. Trust me.
All right, folks, we're gonna be taking a little break, but don't go too far now.
Better hurry, fireman.
The name's Jack. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I don't get it, Miss Black. Why would you send him out after Eve? If the boss catches him making eyes at
My
her-
uncle's out of town on business, Johnny. He would have left a few hours ago.
But when he gets back...
If I'm not ready by the time he gets back, I'm going to need something to keep him occupied. The plan is in motion, Johnny. I'm not sure how long I have till he returns, and with the stakes as high as they are, stacking the deck is never a bad idea.
Are you sure this is what you want, Miss Black?
Yes. This is the only way. I have contractors coming in as soon as we close up, all on my payroll. People I trust. I can still trust you, can't I, Johnny?
Of course, Miss Black. I'm with you, no matter what. stood in the cool of the night air, her body held tight, racing against the wind. Her eyes wandering among the stars as if searching for an answer to the question she only dared whisper to herself. The sound of my footsteps broke her from her trance. She didn't look at me. She only lowered her eyes to the ground.
Lovely performance.
She stayed silent for a moment, as if her next words and the way she said them had to be precisely chosen. She turned to me, her smile so perfect and beautiful. It was hard to believe it was real.
Thank you. I do try my best.
We don't get entertainment like that where I'm from.
And, where is that?
Just a small town upstate. The kind of place you only heard of because some guy needed something to talk about with a beautiful woman.
She turned from me. The side of her mouth drew up as she pressed her lipstick to the end of her cigarette.
That is pretty bold of you to say. Do you know who I am?
Well, like I said, I'm not from around here. And neither are you. What brings a girl like you to a town like this?
Oh, you first.
My sister lives here with her husband, Sam. He's a regular. You might have noticed him.
I noticed.
After our parents died, they were the only family I had left.
My condolences.
Well, Sam got me a job at the fire department. I moved down last week.
I see. You're going to be coming around here like him now.
I might stop by from time to time, if the mood strikes me.
And how is the mood striking you now?
I could see into her eyes under the glow of the streetlight. The eyes of a woman with so much to say, but the words were buried beneath the layers and masks she wore to keep herself safe.
It's your turn, if I'm not mistaken.
My turn for what?
The spill.
I do not know what you are implying, Mr.
Name's Jack, and you know what I mean.
Huh. Yes. What is a little girl like me doing in a place like this? Is it not obvious? I'm a singer. I go where they will pay me.
Seems like a long way to go for a paycheck, unless that accent of yours is just for show.
Everything I am is just for show. I'm just a pretty face and a voice. An accessory.
I don't believe that.
What do you know? What do you believe that I am?
I know you're more than just some distraction for drunken lowlifes.
You do not find me distracting, Jack.
I ain't a lowlife.
That is not what I asked.
I see so much more in you than the show you put on.
And what is it you see?
I see a woman who doesn't know what she's worth. I see a million stories in 1,000 languages trying to be told. I see the real you. The one buried under that smile. A smile that convinces all the common people, but I know better.
Well, sounds like you got me all figured out.
Not at all. But that's the best part. If I had you figured out, I'd be bored already.
Well, lucky me. And I thought firemen put out fires, not start them.
That's hardly a fire. That's just a little spark.
Sometimes that is all it takes. Just a little spark, just a little fleeting flame.
But then it flickers when I hear you call my name. Soon it's lighting up the dark.
Just a little light, just a tiny gleaming glow.
But when I look into your eyes, I know it's a candle in the night.
Just a little spark of awareness that there is
A flame in my soul, and you could
send it out of control. In a single instant I understood more
than
of before I met you. Now the waiting is through.
We danced around each other with words, moving through the haunting rhythms of circumstance. But still, we danced. I never felt like this.
Before I set my eyes on you today, and I could swear that my soul calls out your name in the dark, in the night. There's a light in my heart. You lit up.
There was something resonating between the two of us that couldn't be explained, couldn't be reasoned or bargained with. Everything I knew told me to turn and run back to my quiet little life and forget this whole business. But how could I resist?
Are you leaving me?
Well, I have to go back to work, Jack.
Well, maybe I should stick around for a while then. See the end of your act. And who knows? Could help see you home after.
How very kind of you. À plus tard. Oh, see you later, Jack.
You couldn't write a woman like that. Women like her, they don't exist. Not even in pictures.
What you rushing for?
Sorry, not now, Sammy. I'm running late again. And you know how Cora hates to be left waiting.
Well, if you're already running late, then there's no reason you can't spare a minute for your best customer.
Really? Best customer? Funny. I don't do what we do for customers, not even my best ones.
Oh, come on, Dolores. I'm your number one guy.
Yeah, you seem to have that title a lot of places. How's that wife of yours?
She's doing just fine. She's a bit worried I'm working too much. Maybe I shouldn't spend so many late nights at the office, you know?
Maybe you shouldn't. Seems to me those late nights ain't getting anybody anywhere, you know?
Hey, listen!
What did you want, Sammy? I gotta get inside.
Word is that Cora Black is planning something big. Do you know anything about that?
Some big shot detective you are. Gotta ask little old me.
Oh, come on, Dolores.
All I know is she's looking for something. Old Man Gold left town last night, and she had guys tearing the place up after we closed. She says she's remodeling the back rooms, but I don't know. It's like she thinks there's something there.
Well, looks like she's keeping everyone in the dark on this one. Oh, say, do me a favor. If anything interesting happens, you give me a call. I want to know what I'm getting into this time.
But what if nothing interesting happens?
Oh, well, call me anyway. We'll fix that real quick.
Watch where you're going!
Dolores.
Yes, Miss Black?
If you insist on being late, can you at least try to keep my place in one piece?
Sorry, Miss Black. I was just out trying to...
I don't have time to talk to you right now. Get in the back and make sure everyone is ready to open. And Dolores, try and not break anything else today.
The drought had turned the whole city into a tinderbox. Me and the rest of the fire department had spent the day chasing flames from one end of town to the other. All that heat and running can make a man damn thirsty. But I didn't come back to Sevens for a drink. Sorry, son. We ain't quite ready for customers yet.
I can see that. I was hoping you could make an exception.
Sorry, son. It's not how it works around here.
Let him stay, Johnny.
Whatever you like.
Well, thank you, Miss Black. I appreciate it.
Oh, please. It's the least I can do for our newest member of the fire department. I heard you boys had quite the rough morning. Heroes like you deserve a little special treatment.
I'm no hero, Miss Black. Just a guy looking for a drink.
Looks like you're in the right place to find what you're looking for, fireman.
Guy like you is going to give a girl all the wrong ideas, you know.
Just came in for a drink is all.
Then, why is it on the bargaining wall?
It didn't suit me.
Oh, it does suit you, Jack.
All right now? The company of a good woman.
Well, let me know if you find one. It's hard to come by around here.
Maybe some people just don't know where to look.
Well, but you know where to look, Jack.
You never did tell me last night
Tell you what,
why you're here.
I told you, I'm a singer.
You told me what you do here, and not why you're here. A long way from home, aren't you?
Same as you, mon grand. Only I did not have a sister to run to anymore. So I ran as far as I could. Here.
What happened to your family?
No. You first.
Car crash. Pops must have not been watching the road and took the wrong turn too fast.
That is too bad.
Happens every day. Now you.
If you're as clever as you think you are, you should put it together. The war came to France. I found a way out. My family was not so lucky.
I'm sorry.
So I came here looking for work. Jules found me, made me his girl, gave me everything I came here to find.
Is that so?
It is.
I doubt that.
Welcome to Sevens, boys. The evening's just getting started.
Hey, I know you. You're the fireman from this morning. Yeah, I remember you. I saw you break down a damn door and save, hell, I don't know, around 10 kids. This guy's a goddamn hero. Let me buy you a drink.
No, that's all right.
Oh, come on. You look like a blackjack kind of guy. Come and play a few hands with us.
Don't worry about them dames. They'll be around. Come on.
God, I really don't think I should.
What's the matter, hero? Yeah, what's your deal?
Are you on the lamb, on the level, on the up and up and up?
What's the deal with the drinker who don't even have a cup?
You a dick, are you a dip, are you a saint, are you a sap?
You the fall guy from a frame fresh from the big house with the rap.
Well, who are you? Yeah, what are you? Well, who are you on the level? Well, who are you? Yeah, what are you? Well, who are you?
You so ossified already, you've forgotten where you are.
You a blue nose or a booze hound, Jack, the difference ain't that far.
Got a torch for our canary
Like the dame you see up there.
Here for hooch or here for hoofers.
We've got craps and cards to spare.
Well, who are you? Well, what are you? Well, who are you? Well, who are you? Yeah, what are you? Well, who are you? Well, who are you? Yeah, what are you? Well, who are you on the level? Well, who are you? Yeah, what are you? Well, who are you? What's your pick?
Well, what's your poison?
What's your virtue?
What's your vice? What's your sin and your salvation? What's your put down? What's your price? Well, who are you? 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 On the lamb or on the level? Are you saint or are you sap? Are you dick or are you dip or are you jerk or are you...
Jack! It's Jack! Come in.
There was excitement in this life. An excitement I thought I left behind a long time ago. This world, her world, was pulling me back in, and I couldn't get enough.
Looks like I win again, boys. Sorry about your luck.
I don't think luck's got anything to do with it, hero.
How's that?
Seems to me you and that brother of yours got the same hands. He show you how to pull one over on us like he does?
I don't think I like what you're getting at, friend. Maybe if you shut your mouth, you could learn to play a little better.
Or maybe you're just a cheat and you...
All right, boys, you know the rules. If you can't play nice, Jack.
B, what are you doing here?
I came looking for Sam. I heard him talking about his
Shouldn't
place.
be
and-
here, B.
Neither should you, Jack. You know what you get like around these kind of people.
I'm fine, B. I know how to handle myself.
Like you did all those times back home, Jack. You know you get a temper.
Come on, I'm taking you home.
But what about Sam? I'm worried about him, Jack.
Let me worry about Sam, all right? Listen, I'm sure wherever he is, he's just fine. Trust me.
I trust you, Jack. I just don't trust them.
You know, that wife of yours stopped in last night.
No, I didn't. And it would seem to me like that would fall in the category of anything interesting happening. You should have told me last night.
It was nothing, Sammy. That brother of hers got her out of there real quick.
Jack was there too? What was he doing?
Same thing as everyone else. Drinking, gambling, drooling all over Eve.
Shit. I warned that maroon. He's gonna get himself in a huge heap of trouble, doesn't he understand?
You could warn him again. You know, I'll let you boys talk things out. Oh, Sammy, I forgot to tell you. Cora wants to see you later about that case you're working. See you later.
Well, looks like I don't have to ask where the hell you were last night.
It ain't what it looks like, Jack.
I'm having a real hard time swallowing that today, Sam. I've been all over this damn city looking for you, and where do I find you? With her.
She's my informant, Jack. Just get me information for a case against Cora Black.
Informant? Illegal gambling hardly seems like something you would bother with, seeing as you and your cop buddies are their best customers.
You just don't get it, Jack. Cora's the key to taking down Jules Gold.
What are you...
Didn't it strike you as queer that a woman is running things at Sevens? Look, I know it's hard to wrap that smoke-filled head of yours around, but Cora Black runs half this town whether Jules Gold likes it or not.
She's just a dame, Sammy. There's no way she's got that much pull around here.
Some years ago, a couple of guys got it in their heads to take over one of Gold's operations. Thought they'd snag the boss's niece, thinking to get him some kind of leverage. They figured she was just some stupid dame they could hold without a problem. Gold sends his best men to take care of the situation. However, when they show up, there's nothing left to take care of. Just Cora, waiting for them at the front door. And the guys who took her for ransom? Well, let's just say after that, Cora Black was not the kind of woman anyone was going to be messing with.
If what you say is true, it sounds like she's onto you.
You let me worry about me, Jackie boy. I always know how to read the table. You go tell B I'll be around in an hour or two.
Tell her yourself. I'm done covering for you. Sam, get home to her tonight. I don't like her worrying.
Well, if you don't like her worrying, then you should get home too. A place like Sevens is nothing but trouble for a guy like you.
Just tend to my sister, Sam. Let me worry about me.
I'm sorry, Miss Black, but we haven't found anything yet.
Keep looking. It's here somewhere. I don't care if you have to take the whole building apart. Just find it. Everything I'm working for is riding on this. And I'm certainly not going to be the only one who suffers if you don't. I will make sure of that.
Yes, Miss Black, we'll find it. It just might take a little more time than we thought.
Time is the one thing I don't have. My uncle could be back any day. And every day I don't have what I need is another day you and your men have wasted. Ah, good to see you, Detective. I trust you had a fine morning.
Parts of it. You wanted to see me?
Yes, I hear you're on a new case, one that involves my business. Oh, don't go blaming her. I have ears everywhere, and you're not one to keep a tight lip.
Well, it's not so much a new case as I don't really like not knowing what you're going to have me do.
I tell you what you need to know when I need you to know it, just like everyone else.
I ain't one of your goons, Cora. I'm a bit more valuable than that.
You keep telling yourself that, Detective. The plan is set, and we're only waiting on this one piece. I need everyone to be ready to move when the time comes. No more excuses, no more distractions. I can hear it on the wind. There's something wicked this way coming. Can you feel it in the air? The world is changing, do or die, and I refuse to watch us fall. Thanks to the pride of those who failed us. So let go lead you further down until you're 6 feet underground, or stick with me and have it all.
All or nothing at all. That's the choice we make. That's the chance we take. Play the game and risk the pain, or everything will stay the same. All or nothing at all.
The time for subtlety is past. With guns a-blazing, we march onward.
The old regime is over now. That's why you follow where I lead.
Gold wants to fiddle while we burn. It's time to show him what we're made of. We will not pay the toll he costs. It's not about the name we've lost.
What good is pride? I'll stick with greed.
All or nothing at all. That's the choice we make. That's the chance we take. Play the game and risk the pain, or everything will stay the same. All or nothing at all.
There's a difference between loyalty and following you blind.
Anders, what exactly are you trying to say?
Look, I don't need to follow every thought that ever crossed your mind, but
If you want the payout, you'll do what I say.
and I'll be happy to, just telling you I'm in it all the way.
All or nothing at all. That's the choice we make. That's the chance we take. Play the game and risk the pain, or everything will stay the same. All or nothing at all. All or nothing at all. All or nothing.
That'll be all, Detective. Everyone else, get back to work.
Yes, Mrs. Black.
Not you, Dolores. You and I have other business to discuss. I have something needed taken care of that requires your special services. Here's the address. I trust this is a job you can handle.
Of course, Miss Black. I'd be happy to.
All right, folks, we're gonna take a little break, but we'll be right back with something new. So, don't go too far now.
Johnny! I need something tall and strong, and if it can't be both, make it two.
I thought the twins didn't all suit you.
Sometimes you gotta try something on a few times before you see how well it fits. Well, other things. Sometimes the right fit's worth a whole mess of trouble.
Stop it, Jack.
Why should I?
You cannot keep coming around here. Coming to see me, it is dangerous, you know that.
I don't care.
You should. You know what these people can do to you. To your family.
What family? I ain't got no one left.
And what about your sister? And Sam?
Sam can go to hell. He's giving B the runaround. Keeps telling her he's out working late cases.
He is a detective, no?
Why is it that dames will believe whatever a guy tells him? He's shacking up with that friend of yours, that barmaid Dolores. Keeps trying to tell me she's some kind of an informant. I don't believe that for a second.
That is what happens when you spend too much time here. You go places you should not. With people you should not be there with.
Maybe that's something I'm willing to risk.
This is dangerous, Jack.
You think they scare me, Eve? There's nothing in your world that can make me stop going after what I want.
And what is it you want?
You. I want you, Eve. And not like all these wasted souls want you, sitting there with their drinks and their cards, and gaping at you like you're something they can own. Not like gold. It keeps you as a trophy and shows you off to whoever's willing to pay. I want you. All of you. Every part.
Go home, Jack. Just go home. To your little upstate town where nothing interesting happens. Forget about this place. Forget about me.
I'd do anything for you.
That is a dangerous thing to say.
I'd do anything you ask. Except that one thing. I can't ever forget you.
Oh, Jack. Oh, God. I wish I deserved a man like you.
All right, now, folks, we got a special treat for y'all tonight. A brand new song written by our very own Queen of the Stage. And who knows? Maybe it's about one of you fine gentlemen. Welcome back, the one and only Eve.
I found a way all on my own, day after day, walking alone. I know you can't stay, no mind to own. You're somebody's hero. The nights are long, they are dark and cold. I grow old, I was loved by somebody's hero. You're some kind of Galahad or a Lancelot, and I've got it bad for a man who'd never mean to break my heart. You rush in and you save the day, and you right the wrongs, and you ride away. Poor Guinevere never had it so bad. So pure and strong, your heart is true. I'll get along, I always do. I know that I am not the one for you. You're somebody's hero.
I followed her into the back rooms. Wanted to forget about that burning city. Wanted to forget about my sister and her louse of a husband, and all the worries and plagues of this life. Wanted to forget myself and find something new. I wanted to take her and be taken by her. I wanted that time to last forever. For a moment, it did. But all those wants stack up to nothing when the real world comes to find you again. Jack! 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 Jack, where are you?
Whoa, Sammy, where's the fire?
Do you think this is some kind of a game? I'm gonna put a bullet in your chest in 2 seconds if you don't. The hell you think you're doing? Jack, listen, you gotta come with me right now. Well, first you pulled that stunt this morning, now you're in here waving around your gun like you don't know what. Damn it, Jack, listen to me. There was a fire at the house. B was inside. She didn't make it out, Jack. Do you hear what I am saying, Jack? B, she's...
In that moment, despite all my wants and selfish desires, all I'd come to covet in those last few days, there was only one thing I wanted. For Sam to be what I had been calling him this whole time. A liar. I'm sorry, can I just have a few minutes?
Certainly, John. All right, John. Ready to continue?
Yes. There were a lot of questions left. A lot of things still needed answering. And those answers would come on the day of B's funeral. History of a dirty town where the grime and the slime and the crime abound. No one bats an eye when the lawmen lie and the good guys' cries are drowned. Time will tell of a grimmer scene where the cops and the mob claim their hands were clean, like they never knew, like they didn't do all the terrible things they did, all the horrible things they hid.
It's the mystery, it's the history of a dirty kind of town.
It's the melodies, masking tragedies.
The despair you tried to drown.
It's the shadows dark, it's the secrets deep, buried 6 feet underground. Not a truth left to be found when you're talking about the history of a dirty town.
History of a haggard town with the sin and the gin and the spin around. No one turns their head and you're left for dead if you can't get off the ground. Not many of you knew my wife.
Looking back on the life I knew long before bats were called and the chimps were due.
No, I didn't do, I admit I knew all the terrible things they did.
But ma'am, I never knew the horrible plan she had.
It's the mystery, it's the history of a dirty kind of town. It's the melodies, masking tragedies, the despair you tried to drown. It's the shadows dark, it's the secrets deep, buried 6 feet underground. Not a truth left to be found. It's the mystery, it's the history of a dirty kind of town. It's the melodies, masking tragedies, the despair you tried to drown. It's the shadows dark, it's the secrets deep, buried 6 feet underground. Not a truth left to be found when you're talking about the history of a dirty town.
Jack! Jack! Jack, where were you? Funeral was today. Why didn't you?
I was busy. I've been working.
No, you haven't, Jack. You've been locked in here for days, drowning yourself and chasing smoke.
I'm a fireman. That's what I do.
That's not what I mean, Jack.
What do you mean, Sam? Look at these. Do you know what these are?
No.
Reports on building fires. There are 2 ways to file these: accidental or arson.
I know that, Jack. What difference does it make?
There are over 100 like these. All going back 10 years. Reports definitely pointing to arson, all filed under accidental.
Jack, what are you getting at?
The fire at your apartment is in here. They all match up, Sam. They all started the same way, and all of the buildings are owned by someone in the Gold family. That's no coincidence. Someone started all these fires, and they started the one that killed B, too.
Come on, Jack, you're not thinking straight.
I'm not crazy, Sam. Look at these.
Well, if you ain't crazy, then you're just flat drunk.
Look at them, goddammit!
Stop it, Jack! Clean yourself up. You're coming with me to the cemetery.
Why?
To be there for her.
Like you were?
What did you say?
Why should I be there for her now that she's dead, when you weren't even there for her when she was alive? Was she there? At the funeral, that tramp of yours?
Stop it, Jack.
Was she helping you grieve, Sam?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Now the bee's gone, is it not worth it? Is it not thrilling enough for you?
You want to know? Fine. Yes, she was there at the funeral with Eve. Came by looking for you, only you were nowhere to be found. You want to think that fire at the house was no accident, then who do you think someone's trying to send a message to? You, Jack.
And now who's thinking crazy?
Do the math, Jack. You've been going after the boss's girl, not being too quiet about it neither. Been throwing wrenches in the works for some dangerous people. If you are right, if this is all connected to the Gold family, then B's death is on you.
What did you say?
I warned you, Jack. You had to have things your way, like you always do. This isn't like back home where everything ends in a brawl. Here, the brawl is just the beginning. You've crossed the wrong people, and now we have to pay. You, me, B. Just hope I can clean this up before it blows up on us too.
Go to hell, Sam.
I'll see you there, Jack.
Everyone around me had something to hide, and most did a damn good job of hiding it. Someone was to blame for what happened to B. I needed answers, and I knew who to ask. And I was ready to ask real hard.
It has to be here. There's nowhere else he'd keep it. Johnny,
Yes, Miss Black.
has anyone heard from Gold?
Not a word since he left.
None of this makes any sense. My uncle would never go this long without checking the operation. There's something wrong here. There's something I'm missing.
Cora!
Is that any way to talk to a friend in her own place? I might like it if you called me Ms. Black instead. Looking for Eve, fireman? She's not in for a few more hours.
I'm not looking for her, Cora. I'm looking for answers. You're the one with all the eyes and ears in this town.
You think so, fireman? You're right. I know everything that happens around here. And yet, every once in a while, something comes around that I know very little about. And right now, that's you, Jack.
What do you mean?
I mean, my operation was running just the way I like it, until the night you came strolling in through those doors.
My life was fine until that night. The night you sent me after Eve.
You can't blame me for your taste in women.
I bet there's a lot I can blame you for. Over 80 counts of arson, for starters.
Keep searching. Go through the cellars again. I'll call if I need anything. If I had to guess, I'd say you've been looking into all the cases at the station. And if I were a smart woman, I'd say you found cases that should have been investigated as arson and went dismissed. And among those was the fire that killed your dear sister.
Her name was Beatrice.
Yes, I know it was. You come in here thinking I'm the root of this whole mess? Well, you're in for an awakening, fireman. It's not me. It's this whole town. Look around. The cops, the politicians, my uncle's organization, we're all in it together. Everyone pulls strings. Everyone gets a cut. The world is not an easy place, and things here don't make sense. It's not enough to just be good. You can't sit on the fence, not when you're walking on the razor's edge. The wire high above the burning flame. You gotta take a chance and risk the searing pain if you wanna win the game. Even if one of my associates had started that fire, it doesn't mean the order wasn't given elsewhere. If I were you, I'd look a little closer to home for the answers. You might be just surprised what your detective friend might be hiding. It's all a game, do you understand nothing? It's all a calculated counter, a deliberate double cross. The most epic game of chess you'll ever witness. Crazy, yes, and you won't win without a calculated loss.
I'm gonna see you all in hell before my time on Earth is done. And if I have to help you get there, wouldn't disappoint me none. Thanks to your cursed game, my life won't ever be the same. But damn me if I'll let you think you won.
Black, I know I'm late. Sammy and I were just
Terrible timing as usual, Dolores. Our oh-so-moral friend here has some questions for you. Answer or not, as you see fit.
Some things I need to know about you and my brother-in-law.
The world is not
Why are you
an easy
here?
place,
What do
and
you
things
think
here
you'll
don't
gain
make
from
sense.
me?
It's not enough
The
to
only
just
crime
be
I
good.
have is
You
love.
can't sit
I
on
guess
the
if you're
fence,
just
not when you're
as
walking on the razor's
How dare you say
edge.
that?
The
He's a
wire
married
high up
man,
in
it's
the
not the
burning
same.
flame.
Oh no?
Gotta take
Then
a
I guess
chance
my
and risk to
patience
see
finally
repaid. If
Suddenly
you wanna
seems
win
fair
that game. Johnny, bring the men up here now!
I'm gonna see you all in hell before my time on Earth is done. And if I have to help you get there, wouldn't disappoint me none. Thanks to your cursed game, my life won't ever be the same. But damn me if I'll let you think you won. I'm gonna see you all in hell before my time on Earth is done. And if I have to help you get there, wouldn't disappoint me none. Thanks to your cursed game, my life won't ever be the same. But damn me if I'll let you think you won. This isn't over, Cora. I'll be back for you. You can bet on that.
Jack? Jack, where are you going? What the hell happened?
Your friend is out for blood, Detective. He's gonna get a lot of people hurt if he doesn't calm down. Someone needs to teach him to play by the rules, like everyone else around here.
I hear you, Miss Black. I'll take care of him.
Miss Black.
Really, Cora? You're just gonna let him leave and go do God only knows
Quiet, girl. Everything's going to be just fine.
The harder I looked for answers, the dizzier I got. But if Cora was right, this whole city was to blame, I was ready to burn it to the ground. Light a match. Watch it all go up in flames as I watch from the comfort of a train car. With Eve.
Mon Grand, where have you been?
What are you doing?
Jack, I was just going to the club to rehearse the
No.
night.
Don't go there, Eve. Not tonight.
But Jack, I must. I have to go to work.
Not tonight, Eve. There's something happening. Something bad, and I'm thinking... I'm thinking this is all my fault.
Oh, Jack. I tried to warn you. Your sister, you think that because of me?
No. No, this is because of me. All of this. I'm gonna put a stop to it.
Jack, please be careful. You know what they can do now.
Get someplace safe, Eve. I'll come for you when I sort this all out. And then we can go together. Eve, please, I'm serious. This can be us. There's nothing here for us.
Oh, Jack, I cannot leave.
Yes, you can. Together,
No,
we can...
not without my music. It is all I have, Jack. It is everything.
All right. Go to rehearsal. Get your music and make some excuse to leave. Meet me at that diner at the end of town, the one by the train station. Will you wait for me there, Eve, please?
Of course. Mon grand. I will wait for you.
I hadn't noticed the change in the air over the last few hours. The scorching heat had finally lifted, and the sky grew heavy with clouds. The storm was coming, and nobody was ready for it.
Finally getting some rain. It's about time, too. You'll be able to help put out all these fires. Or at least cool you down a bit, Jack. I was hoping it would wash off all the dirt and grime. People around here seem to be covered in it. Don't you think so, Sam? That may be true. Of course, people tend to get a lot dirtier when someone comes around and starts kicking up dust all over the place. What the hell were you thinking, Jack? This whole town is ready to blow because of you. Because of me? I warned you, Jack! You had to have things your way. You couldn't be bothered with reason, like always. This isn't like back home. Here, everything has a price. And we'll pay that bill when it comes due. Let's start here. And what's this? Dolores' file. The one you had stashed in your bottom drawer. The one that said she got picked up a few times for lighting fires around town when she was a kid. Funny though, she never seemed to spend more than a day behind bars. Someone must have been looking out for her. You know anything about that, Sam? It was years before I moved here, Jack. You can read the dates, can't you? I didn't say it was you. No, I suppose you didn't. Tell me a story, Sam. Because I feel like you got a good one for me. All right. Some years ago, Gold pulls a job. Over $1 million in gold bars. Comes back to this broken down town and decides he's gonna make it better. Starts spreading money around like he's got new schools, new businesses, better police force, new hospitals, whole 9 yards. Thing is, all the officials know it's his money that saved this town, and they gotta play his game if they want to keep it that way. So when a building of one of his associates burns to the ground, they know to look the other way while the insurance pays out. Or if one burns that he didn't own, that means that someone crossed a line. So that's it. You're just gonna sit back and let them get away with killing B, your own wife! That's not the end of the story, Jack. You go to war with Jules Gold, you go to war with the whole town. You have to play the game if you want to win. You never cared about her, did you? How big is your payout for looking the other way on this, Sam? How long is it going to take for you to move it all cozy with your barmaid? Is it going to bother you when you look at her and wonder if she killed your wife? It wasn't about Dolores, Jack. Or B. The gold is still there. Jules had it hidden in his old speakeasy, the one that became Seven's. That is the case that I have been working. You're full of shit, Sam. It's true, Jack. I've been working with the feds. Been gathering information on everything that's been happening here. We find gold stash, take down Cora Black, then he and his entire operation falls in a day. We could have changed things in this town. But you had to get in the way, Jack. It's because of you and that singer, everything's gone to hell. You leave her out of this! You talk about me looking the other way when you're the one who's blind as a damn bat. You can't win this, Jack. Not this time. It looks like we're both playing a game we were born to lose. You know better than anyone, Jack. I never lose. Not even to you.
It's time to face the end. We don't always leave as friends. You wanted to hear a story of long, long ago, remembering things that are better forgotten and wishing I still didn't know. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you cannot find a way out. The dealer won't bend. Some nights you're sitting flush with both hours, and sometimes Sam dies in the end.
So where does that leave us then? That's your call, Jack. And no friendly advice? Only advice I got is this. Leave. Get as far away from this town as you can. I plan on it. Just gotta take care of a few things first. Is that so? Maybe I can help you with that. Oh, I'm sure you can.
Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Whatever
you do, you can't find a way out. Some nights you're sitting flush with both hours. And sometimes it just doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you cannot find a way out. The dealer won't bend. Some nights you're sitting flush with both powers. And sometimes Sam. In the end.
Sammy, you in there? We're in too bad this happens now, Sammy. This is big. Cora she found. Oh God. You really gone and fucked up this time.
I thought you'd be more upset the man you love is dead.
You thought it was about love? You really are naive, aren't you? Sammy and me, we were just about the good times. But still, he didn't deserve this. Especially from his own brother.
He deserved worse. And so do you.
Oh, you thinking about killing me too now?
Did you set that fire?
Set a lot of fires, Jackie. You're gonna have to be a bit more clear on which one you mean.
The one that killed B.
Don't matter. If I tell you no, you ain't gonna believe me. So you might as well just shoot.
Tell me.
No.
Why?
Because if I die, you'll never know. And that means I win.
Last chance.
Tell Cora I said thanks, you know? For everything.
Even eating seeded the first sin. Well, what's heaven without some hell? Jericho came tumbling down, Babel went crumbling down. Sodom and Gomorrah they fell. Samson's ego needed some trilling. Pharaoh had it coming as well. Judas had a bone to pick and Pilate made sure it would stick. The whipping thing was easy to sell.
Man is told to do unto others what man would have him do in return.
Lying with your every breath, deception, torture. I guess we have a bit more to learn.
Even Eden needs a sinner. Vows are broken every day. in Eden needs a sinner. Vows are broken every day. Dreams we cherish, fast discarded. Those who love us thrown away, even in Eden. Being in Eden, dreaming in Eden, bleeding in Eden, even.
It's Jack!
Everyone out! Go now through the back! You too, Johnny.
But, Miss Black,
Don't argue, just go.
he's out
Not another word. I'm going to ask you one simple question. And if I don't like what I hear, Hayes here is going to persuade a different answer from you. Now, where's the rest?
I'm gonna kill you for what you did to me!
I'll ask you as many times as I need to, fireman. Where is my gold?
I don't know!
I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, fireman, and I honestly don't care. The fact of the matter is, it's over! You lost. Now I have my own hand to play. And all I need are the chips to back it up. So be a good little hero and tell Miss Black what happened to her gold.
Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. You took everything from me! All you can do now is kill me! What do I got left to lose?
Oh, Jack. A man always has more to lose. All that matters is the final outcome. No one cares what happens in between. History is written by the victors, and it doesn't matter if our hands are clean. Heartbreak is a necessary evil. Pain reminds us that there's more to do. Cruelty is kinder than compassion. That's the lesson that I'm bound to give to you. Greed is a moral that we all can understand. It's not hard to look too far and find it's gotten out of hand. Everyone has cravings that they barely have repressed.
What's this got to do with...
So where's the rest? Jules Gold is a fool, but he's not stupid. Still, he brags that he's the best there'll ever be. Take the gold, and gold is less than nothing. Once I have it, I can buy their loyalty. Unfortunately, now there's a slight problem. My people found the stash, the money's gone. A fortune in gold bars does not just vanish, so I sit and wonder how it all went wrong. Greed is a motive that I strongly understand. It's not hard to look too far and find it's gotten out of hand. Everyone has something that they simply can't decline, and unfortunately you have taken mine. Did you think I wouldn't notice? Did you think I was so blind that you could play the game like this and I would not respond in kind?
Look, lady, you can go to hell and take your money when you do. It's not the reason that I cycled back to you.
No, the reason is your dear sister. Betsy, was it? No, you didn't return for the final piece of the stash, but for justice. A likely story. Make him talk, then finish the job.
is the final
No one cares
outcome.
what happens in between.
No one cares what happens in between.
History is written by the
History is
victors,
written, and it doesn't matter if our hands are clean.
Greed is the motive that we all
Greed is the root of all evil. That's something that I understand.
Everyone has something that they say.
Everyone has something, and unfortunately,
You have taken mine.
Eve?
When I looked in her eyes, all the layers and masks she wore fell away. And those eyes spoke volumes. Cold, calculated, merciless eyes. In that moment, I saw the true Eve. They say the devil comes for all of us. That day, she wore a black dress.
Hello, Jack. Oh, Jack. Does he hurt?
What hurt? My leg. I've had worse. The rest of me. Why, Eve?
What do you think, mon grand? For the gold. Just like everyone else.
Not everyone!
You were so perfect, Jack.
Oh, you keep talking like that, you're gonna give a guy ideas.
I worked gold over for 2 years before I figured out where he hid it. He caught me the night you came in. He was supposed to be gone, but he wanted one last romp before he left. I made it one to remember.
You killed him.
It would have been foolish to let him live anyway. No matter how well I ate, he would have found me. This made things simpler.
I get it. And then you just sit back and wait for all the chaos. Oh, you played innocent so well, no one would have thought twice about you disappearing.
No, they won't.
Not with me ruffling everyone's feathers. How much of this was you, Eve? How many things happened because of what you whispered in someone's ear? Sam? Dolores? My sister?
Or I played my hand just like everyone else. I'm just more patient than most.
Was anything real? Anything you were? Anything we were?
Poor Jack. Poor unfortunate Jack. You loved me. And I will always love you for that.
Eve. Who are you? Really?
Goodbye, Jack.
The feds came. Followed a crimson trail to Sevens, where I was found swimming in a pool of blood. Left just enough alive for the medics to patch me up before throwing me to the circus show of lawyers and judges. I tell myself she never intended to kill me. I tell myself she needed me in the end. She needed me to save her. And that's what I did. She got her freedom. Looking back on it now, and all the hell I went through. I hope she made it. I hope my hell was worth whatever heaven she found.
John, this story. I can't understand why the whole world hasn't heard it.
December the 7th, 1941. The feds kept my story under wraps until my trial went public at the end of November. I was big news for a week. But once the war came here, once those planes hit Pearl Harbor, there was nothing the public cared to concern itself with. Just another campfire story, fading with the dawn.
This isn't just some campfire story, John. Not anymore. I'm gonna go talk to the guards and see if I can stay a bit longer. Would that be all right with you, John?
Of course. My time isn't in very high demand these days. You take all that you want, dear.
Thank you, John. I'll be right back.
Take your time. Miss Dante,
Yes, John?
could you turn up the radio for me? I don't get to hear it much these days.
Certainly, John. Here. This station plays older music. You might like it better.
Thank you, Miss Dante.
And now we're going to take it back to 1947 with a little song that definitely stood out in its time. If you think you can remember this fiery siren's name, then give us a call at the studio. We might have a special prize for anyone who gets it right. Here's The Devil's Eyes.
When the devil sets her eyes on you, there's nothing that you wouldn't do. No vow is strong enough to save your soul. Now once you put yourself in her control, and when the devil decides you're the prize, there's no escape, there is no compromise. The fight is over and she's standing strong. Your will is broken and your future is gone.
I knew her name.
The devil's looking, so you better hide. She'll steal your soul and take it for a ride. You'll find temptation that you never knew. When the devil sets her eyes on you.
She was out there right in front of everyone. But no one would know what she did to get there.
It only takes a glance to light a spark that leads you ever more into the dark. One look from her will set your soul afire, and she will fan the flames to take you higher. The more you climb, the better when you fall, and she'll be there to watch, 'cause after all, the game is lovely from her point of view. When the devil sets her eyes on you, the devil's looking, so you better hide. She'll steal your soul and take it for a ride. You'll find temptation that you never knew. When the devil sets her eyes on you.
She had the kind of voice that captured a man's soul. The kind that you'd always remember, even as an old man.
When the devil sets her eyes on you.
already hell is empty. Better to rule down below, they say. I'd rather gather at sevens any day. Pave the path with bad intentions, seven's heaven for the combat.